Well, it has been a very long winter here in the state of Wisconsin, and we are ready to get back into action with the TUNDRA Super Late Model Series. Down the backstretch, the field at the mercy of Strelka and Apel. 50 laps, presented by Duke FM. Coming at you here, round number one, powered by Wisconsin Potatoes, and we are green! Strelka with a little slip on the bottom, and there goes Apel on the outside. Steve Apel to the lead. Kendall looking to challenge on the outside now with a second spot. Rodewald's already up to fourth. Litchfield sinking back just a bit on the inside. Lap one to Apel. Apel, Strelka, now here comes the Montello missile himself. Bobby Kendall looking to the top side. Can't quite find the line on Strelka. Litchfield still trying to hold on. Here comes Travis Tasso now to the outside. Bennett looking for a way to get to the top side. He might go three wide. What a move by Lowell Bennett. No black flags in Tundra. If you can make it go three wide, we'll let you. And Bennett made it pay off. JVO moves up a spot. Johnson up a spot. Everybody going to the outside. Now it's Selly looking at the outside. Look out, Farrell gets sideways a little bit deeper back in the back. Everybody gets on the binders and they sort it out. Apel showing the way. However, he has not yet been able to shake Brent Strelka. Here comes that Majeski fellow in the 91, looking to the outside now of JVO. Ty Majeski jumping top side of the 45 out of turn number 4. Can he make it work? Casey Johnson going to work in the 47. Johnson jumping to the outside of Lowell Bennett. That will be the battle for the 6th spot as they enter 3 and 4. Right behind Majeski says that looks good. He'll go to the outside of Bennett as well. Johnson up another. Majeski not yet clear of Bennett as they go into 3 and 4. JVO hanging right back there as well. He's trying to decide if he wants to stay inside or he wants to go behind Majeski. And now it's Johnson with a run out of the turn, trying to slide to the outside of Nassau. Not a lot of room there. Casey Johnson's up into the top 5. 10 scored this time by Strelka, still hanging with Apel. Mighty Maxwell, our fast qualifier, starting to pick away just a little bit. He's just gotten around Brandon Selly, and he's starting to close the gap. Here comes Majeski looking for 5th to the inside of Casey Johnson. Whoa, Majeski all kinds of sideways going into the turn. Doesn't matter. He's able to clear Casey Johnson down the backstretch. Ty Majeski into the top 5 on lap number 11. Apel with 2 car lengths on Strelka. He's got about 4 back to the 3rd place driver, Bobby Kendall, and Rodewald hanging in the 5th spot. Defending Tundra champion Dalton Zier trying to pick his way through. He's gotten around Selly Rowdy out. He takes a look down to the inside as well. 34 remaining as we hit the 16-lap marker. Steve Apel looking good out front, but Strelka is not shaken. He keeps it about a car length behind Apel, continues to take a look. Meanwhile, Majeski takes a look to the high side. There's the run out of turn number 2 for Ty Majeski. Entering 3 and 4, Majeski nosing ahead of Travis Rodewald. Can he get it done? Close quarters out of 4. There goes Majeski to 4. Johnson says that looks like a good idea. He's going to go to the outside of Rodewald as well. Right behind him, JVO and Bennett there, as well as Maxwell. To the stripe this time, Steve Apel clears lap number 20. 20 down for Apel. Everybody trying to get a high side of Rodewald. Maxwell has to make a move through 1 and 2 as he jumps behind Bennett. Nasso and the 119 of Zier will go side by side as well. Furious battle over the turn. Rodewald getting sideways. Bennett up another spot, Maxwell up another spot, Zier up another spot. Meanwhile, that battle from second on back starting to tighten up a little bit. Kendall catching Strelka, but he's got a mirror full of Majeski, who takes a look to the outside now. Can't quite get it done. Majeski will swing high this time, going into 3 and 4. He's got that left front to the right rear. Kendall will leave the space. Majeski to third. 25 down. We are halfway through the Duke FM50. Apel, Strelka, Majeski, Kendall, and Johnson, your top 5. Here comes Majeski again. Don't tell him the outside line's no good here at WIR. He's been making all of his passes on the outside. Strelka slipped a little bit that time. Here comes Majeski again. Sizing him up, going into 3 and 4. Will Strelka go back down low? Yes, he will. Closing off the inside line. Majeski right there, ready to attack. Whoa, Strelka sideways that time, and it might cost him. Here goes Majeski to the inside. Strelka got crossed up, Majeski attacks, Majeski to second. 22 to go, Steve Apel leading, Majeski coming. Spin out of 2, yellow is out. Wyatt Blanchet facing the infield of the 78, bringing out the yellow. All right, barrel is down. Apel went to the outside. Strelka took the inside. As we said, Apel with that red, white, and blue championship, now he's really no stranger to WIR. He pulls the veteran move and goes to the outside for the restart. Lights out on the Bergstrom Ford Anina Pace vehicle. Field belongs to Steve Apel and to Brent Strelka once again. As they come out of the turn, we're back to green. Strelka hanging in this time, but just too much. Steve Apel on the outside, and there goes Majeski right back to second, and it might be Casey Johnson coming to third. Majeski a little slide that time, trying to catch back up to Apel, taking a look to the inside. Oh, Strelka sideways, Apel trying to hold off time. Majeski down the backstretch, they roll into 3 and 4. Can Apel shut the door? Not yet. Majeski backs out. There goes Apel back to the lead, and here comes Casey Johnson into the fray. Apel way up the track. Majeski once again tucking it back in. It's a rematch of last season, but this time the roles are reversed. It's Majeski chasing Apel. 30 down, 20 remain. Bennett up in a 4th. Dassel might be back into the top 5. Here comes Majeski once again. Down to the inside. Can Apel fight him off once more? Looks like he can. Steve Apel high, wide, and handsome out of the turn. Another drag race down to the stripe. Apel again able to escape on the outside. Majeski giving him everything he can handle right now. Johnson just hanging back, waiting to see what develops. Majeski tried to jump up top to get a run down the backstretch. Can he do it? No. Apel again is shutting the door on Majeski. Will not let him get to the bottom this time. Majeski right in the tire tracks of Apel. Again, Majeski looks high. Can he dive it back now low? Apel charging that turn. He's got his hands full right now, and here comes Majeski again. Can he get there? Every time Majeski gets inside, Apel escapes on the outside. Meanwhile, Johnson has not let those two get away, and Bennett and Dasso are trying to close in on your top three. Staying within a car length all the way through again, Majeski filling up that rear view mirror of Apel. 40 down this time, and Majeski to challenge again. Just outside of the top five, got quite a battle between Strelka and JVO for the 7th spot, with Maxwell lurking back there as well. Keep your eye on that one. And suddenly, this has become a 3-car battle. Look at where Casey Johnson is, winding up that Chase Motorsports 47. Johnson might get ready to challenge for second. Majeski feeling the heat, looking to the inside again. Can Apel get back down low? The inside line might be open. Door to door this time down the front stretch. Majeski noses ahead. They lean on each other a little bit in 1 and 2. Side by side down the backstretch. Johnson right there trying to decide where to go. Charging into 3 and 4. Apel back down the outside. Close corners out of the final turn. Majeski slips. Back to the line. They're side by side. Majeski drifting up just a little bit. Will that give him the run he needs? Yes, it does. Majeski back to the lead. Apel trying to charge right back around the outside. Johnson is there looking for second. Here comes Casey. Majeski stretching it out to about 5 over Casey Johnson, who's pouring it to the coals. This one far from over as Johnson tries to reel him back in. Looking to go back-to-back here in Tundra round 1. The white flag is out for Ty Majeski. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Hold the phone. Oil in turn 1 with 2 to go. 48 down, oil down in turn 1. Safety crew gonna brush it off. It'll be a single file restart. One last chance. Bergstrom, Ford of Neenah Pace vehicle, single file restart. 5 or less laps, single file restart. Majeski's the one who sets the pace down the backstretch. Very deliberate pace as he prepares to try to escape Casey Johnson once again. And he fires well. Back to green. Majeski says, see ya. 3 car lengths over Johnson. Trying to pull away from Casey Johnson. The white flag is down. Majeski flexes the muscle. Out to 2 car lengths, now 3. Apel back in the 3rd spot for the 2nd consecutive year. Checkers are gonna fly, and it'll be Ty Majeski victorious in round 1. It will be his 4th career Tundra Super Late Model Series victory. And a great way to start the season off. It keeps going. 2016's been kind to this guy. How about it for Ty Majeski? We would like to thank all of you for joining us here for a lovely Saturday afternoon. Tundra Super Late Model Series Round 2 coming up on June the 4th at Dell's Raceway Park. Would love to see you there. But I want to thank Steve Parsons, the Kim Parsons Memorial Trophy Tour, for helping us out, providing some awesome hardware. Don't forget to check in on that organ and tissue donation. Don't forget about our website, www.tundrasuperlates.com. Until next time.